ShopRite, in collaboration with Discover a New Future, presents tips for eating healthy on a budget or on the run.
In our earlier segment, we talked about color matters. Well, the type of food that we eat, if it's fresh, frozen, or canned, does matter also, right? And we're going to learn something very interesting today, as April is going to share with us, the nutritional value of each of these, or if any of them are better than the other.
Yeah, this is such a great topic, Faith. This is the question we get a lot in the store. People who want to eat healthier really tend to think that they have to go with fresh produce all of the time, which is great. If you're going to use it quickly and you can afford, because sometimes things could be a little bit more expensive. So depending on what your goals are and depending on where you're at, fresh produce may be something you want to go with all the time. Maybe you want to look for some other options. So nutritionally, fresh, canned, and frozen vegetables are all about the same.
Oh, really?
They are. Really interesting. So frozen and canned vegetables, they actually freeze them and can them right at the point of picking.
Okay.
So they're kind of locking in all of that nutrition. So depending on the time of year also, sometimes things are in season. So maybe going with something that was frozen or canned right when it was in the peak of its season might be a better option for you.
Wow.
Besides being also maybe a little bit more budget conscious. So one of the first things that I always ask people to think about is, what are you going to be using it for? I think that's a big place where it comes into play. So if you were making a salad, we'd want to choose which one?
Well, I would take the fresh.
Yeah, most likely you'd want to go with the fresh spinach if you were looking for something like a salad. If you were looking for, like me, I make smoothies most mornings. So if you're looking for smoothies, you can use the fresh, or you could always use a frozen.
Right.
Benefit of using frozen spinach in something like a smoothie is it actually adds another cold element too.
That's true.
So you don't have to use ice because you're going to use the frozen spinach in there. So, and you're getting all the same nutritional benefits. If you're looking for something that's maybe, a soup or a stew, or you're going to add spinach to something, or you're doing it as a side dish, really all three would be perfect for that.
Wow.
Some of them might be a little bit easier than others. The canned, there's no prep involved. I would recommend though with canned foods, anything that has been canned, to check the sodium level. Sometimes, the sodium level can be a little bit higher than something not in a can. So I always check the sodium content. If there was salt added, I would just rinse and drain.
Oh, wow.
Really,
That's
really easy way. Yeah, it's a super easy way to just cut down the sodium that's there. So that's something I always do with especially with my canned vegetables and canned beans and things like that. But the other thing to consider when we're deciding between the three is your price point. So all three at different times of year can be really economical.
Right.
You go in something's in season, and fresh spinach, could be a really, really great deal in the store. Fresh spinach right now in the store, we're looking at about, $1.64 for a bag, which is pretty affordable. It's a pretty easy way to get some greens into your diet. Say we were a different time of year, maybe spinach wasn't as available in the store, or you're looking for another vegetable maybe that wasn't present in the store at that time. The frozen spinach, so this is $1.29 for a package.
That's more than reasonable.
Exactly. And that's enough spinach, I think, to feed 4 people. Yeah, to feed 4 people. So, you can get a nice family of 4, your side dish, your vegetable for the meal, for $1.29. And then our canned items, again, people sometimes think they have to avoid the canned items. Not true.
I was one of those people.
Yeah, canned vegetables and canned beans and fruits and things can be as nutritional as the fresh or the frozen. And it can actually be really economical. So the canned spinach is $1 for the can.
Wow.
So a much more economical choice if that's what you're looking for, and depending again on what it is you're using it for.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Yes, I all this time I thought that anything canned is not really good, but based on what I learned again in your class, as well as what you just shared, that can is as you could get great nutritional value from eating out items that are canned.
Yeah, it can be a great deal, especially if you watch the circular. So if your store has a circular, if you shop at a ShopRite, we have the circular every week that comes out. So keeping an eye in there. A lot of times we have things like the can sale going on, and you can get really great deals on canned vegetables, canned beans, and fruits and things. So just a really, really good option, a good reminder. And it's a good thing, too, to keep in your pantry. So the other thing where we think about is if you're not going to use, say if you buy fresh spinach and you're not going to use it right away, then, you know,
It's going to go bad very
exactly,
fast.
it's going to go bad. And then, you know, maybe that wasn't the best use of your money. Frozen spinach lasts for about 8 months in the freezer. Canned spinach can last for about a year in the pantry. So
That
especially
makes
if you're
sense.
trying to plan ahead, these can be great options to have on hand.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to hear more about what ShopRite has to offer and speak to a dietitian about getting clarity in terms of what to purchase, how do they contact you?
Just come see me. No, you can come see me if I'm in your area, or you can go. You can call 1-800-ShopRite to find a dietitian in your area, or you can go to ShopRite.com/wellness and click on Health Events. It'll pull up a whole list of all the stores that have dietitians, and you can find one near you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, April.
Thank you.